Hello, my name is C0unt WAVnstein and I am going to do a walk around of my Cyberpunk city sim in Second Life. It's designed very much along the lines of William Gibson, Neuromancer, Stevenson, Snow Crash, and Fiona here, my Second Life avatar, is going to walk around for us. So this thing here, we call that the mainframe. It's the fictional computer that runs the city. It's just a animated GIF loaded into the prom. Actually, just to explain what a prom is to the uninitiated. Prom, short for primitive. That's a prom. That's the basic building blocks of not just Second Life, but basically any virtual world 3D game engine. Unity, you get primitives. I'm sure in Unreal as well. Minecraft, Roblox, I'm sure you'll find them. And that is the most basic one, a cube. Now, if I open the mainframe prom up, you get general with the name, mainframe, the creator. So the creator gives you the avatar name first there, then C0unt WAVnstein. These are the tools you use to move the object. Texture here. This is where you would plank a texture into it. Content is where you do the scripting. And this actually works rather differently than what I'm used to. I tend to use Firestorm normally, but the last few updates of Firestorm, they've been trying to bring in physics-based rendering, PVR, and it has not been running very smoothly. So at the moment I'm using Alchemy because I'm getting a much better experience, much smoother, less juddery. Anyway, yeah, that aside, that's your London scripting language script there that handles the animation. Yeah, LL set texture anim on loop all sides 520010. So basically, it's just cycling through a set of different images. Much the way a video editor does, frame by frame through different images, and it gives the impression that these little electrical connections there are sending stuff back and forward. So here I've made a wee steampunk museum. We've got a mechanical computer of some kind here. So on this screen here, it outputs visual display. This drum here, rotating drum, seems to be the storage device, equivalent of your hard disk, which is read by these little metal teeth here, and the processing seems to be going on in this area. There's your input-output device, keyboard. Not sure why this oscilloscope is here. Maybe that's to output graphics. And that looks like a clock. And of course all computers need accurate clocks. Here you have your camera. And here you have your audio output. And this here looks like some thermionic valves. So, kinda cool. All technology that could be made in like 1920s or before. And all the stuff you would need to have like an iPhone is there. Don't know you'd be able to carry it about in your pocket, but can't have everything. X-rays, clock with all the workings on show. Not quite sure what this machine here is. And that very cool film, The Reanimator, based on the original story by Lovecraft. I have not got round to reading that book yet, although I have read other Lovecraft stuff and found it quite fascinating. But this is from the kind of 80s and 90s film series where Herbert West, the Reanimator, was played by Jeffrey Combs, I think his name was, who did a bravura performance in the role. He also went on to play Wei Yung in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This one here, very simple audio scripting in there. Cyberpunk control console, and there's your script here. Just loops the sound. A bit as simple a script as you can get. 0.1 is the volume. It's all normalised, so basically the volume goes between 0 lowest and 1 highest. And here this is the doctor's surgery, which would think this is a dentist chair, but I thought it kind of looked the part. A very dirty, smelly, fucked up dentist chair to go with the rather untrustworthy looking doctor there, and his tools look like something out of a 15th century apothecary's place. Biohacking. Biohacking's a kind of staple of the cyberpunk genre. Now, a lot of kind of cyberpunk stories, you get this kind of concept of the merging of the human with the technology. whether that would be implants or whatever. Two girls here skipping class by the looks of it. The local plus vendor is from A Clockwork Orange. Now, the term cyberpunk hadn't actually been coined when A Clockwork Orange was written, and not even when it was made into film in like 1970. But it satisfies pretty much all the criteria. It's set in the future, you've got high tech and low life, and drugs. So here you've got Moloko plus Adrenochrome. So Adrenochrome is short for adrenochrome. Synthemesk is short for synthetic mescaline. So that's if you want to go on a trip. Velocet, that's your speedy kind of drugs. Velocet is Latin, I believe, for flight. Now I think that means flight in the sense of running away from something rather than flapping your wings. New Moloko Plus Plus, that is not from the original Clockwork Orange, that is the creator of this own edition. Yeah, this Space Invaders, you can actually, it's actually playable, which is kinda cool. And then there's Space Invaders couch there. So let's have a look up this alleyway. What? Oh yeah, that's something possibly of mild interest. The cardboard boxes here. I've put a sound around them, scuffed cardboard. Slightly more complicated script, but this script reacts to a collision with the avatar. So if the status is phantom, volume detect true, collision, on collision it'll play the first sound in the prom. So basically, yeah, when you walk into it, it's gonna play the first sound in the prom, which is there, which is that scuffed cardboard. Nothing terribly clever in getting that sound. I just scuffed a piece of cardboard and set up a mic next to it. The graffiti here's kinda cool. Futuristic graffiti, it flickers in real time. And that is made by wishing well fountains, can be got on marketplace, and there are loads of them that you can get, which I've dotted about the place. It was actually my friend that got them, friend and collaborator Susie Blue. She found them and put them out for me. This beehive, this is another friend, friends actually, Glitter and Tam Bee Trouble. They run the art gallery here. They both love their photography and they are rather good at it. They've come up with some really cool images. There's one of Fiona, my avatar, with black lippy on. Same nerd glasses. So out of our friend group, they're the kind of ones that do a lot of the photographic kind of archiving of our events and stuff. There is another friend called Pia Syn, who spelled Pia Syn, who likes to do photos and events sometimes as well. She is also very cool at it. I don't know if there's any of her stuff up at the moment. The city sounds I actually got by just driving into the main street of the town near where I live at night and sticking a microphone out the car window. Second Life itself is actually pretty good at assigning the directionality for you. Beware of the Neko. So a Neko is any kind of 3D world or gaming enthusiasts can probably tell you is actually kind of like part human, part cat. This is my hacker's den. These are actually screenshots from my own computers. That's the server there. That's a kind of homemade server I made up that generates those fan sounds. That is Natasha Espinosa, who is a Canadian tailor. I just put her up there because I like the way she dresses. Also, she's rather good looking, let's not be kidded. This waitress is called Blair. You can get a glass of claret off her, or Bordeaux, and also if you give her a quick
look at it this way, in 100 years, who's going to care?
she'll give you a classic quote from the original Terminator film. Oh, things are going a bit glitchy, what's happening there? Sometimes when you're running Second Life and also doing the vid capture, it doesn't like it too much. Oh, the street signs. Stevenson Street is named after Neil Stevenson, who wrote Snow Crash. That's a cyberpunk classic that coined the term metaverse. And Gibson Plaza, that's named after William Gibson. And old Măyăcυқ here, I have that because it's the first family car we ever had back in the 70s. My grandfather had bought it and given it to my father. What possessed him to buy it, I have no idea. I can only imagine it was probably cheap. There's a DeLorean. From Back to the Future. The Dodo. The Dodo's very friendly, it follows avatars around. One of my friends, the aforementioned Guatter from the art gallery, had raised it on a previous sim that we had. She then decided it was extremely annoying and she was going to delete him, so I adopted him. No, I'm not crazy, I know that he is just an inanimate digital virtual object, but for some reason I didn't have the heart to see him getting deleted.
Security scan complete. Thank you for your
Again, the
cooperation.
security scan is just a prim that triggers the sounded collision with the avatar. These discs, they contain the history of our sims going back about 5 years. You click them and they send a little anecdote to the nearby chat window. All of it relates to stuff that has gone on in our kind of history as a group of friends. Now that is the actual sound of an old PDP-11. I managed to find a guy who'd rebuilt one and get a recording of the sound from him. Back to Planet.
Security scan complete. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oops, I'm going up the wrong stairway. One of my friends uses a room up there. Wachowski Avenue, another street name related to metaverses. The Wachowskis are the people who wrote The Matrix. And this dude, any gamer will probably recognise him. He is a loving recreation of Trevor from the Grand Theft Auto series of games. And if you bump into him,
Stop it!
he's not very friendly. He is also very drunk. So we'll just give him a berth. This, the walls here, this is the Kowloon. The Kowloon was actually the densest city on Earth. Now, I'm not sure if it's still there, I think it's a ruin now. Anyway, it was rebuilt and second wife, let me see if I can pronounce this right, Hekirekika.jinn. What is cool about it actually is you have full permissions to pull the thing apart and rebuild it any way you want, so you can make really cool stuff out of it. And it is also cool the way you buy it, so you can't just slap it down as is, and it's pretty awesome. This here was for radioactive decontamination. Part of our city backstory is that the city was built around the remains of an old Bʟυείκκc reactor. I still have that. I've not rezzed it in this city yet, but I still have a loving recreation of both the reactor lid and the control room of the reactor at Chernobyl that famously flipped its lid, so to speak.
For the last time, stop asking about the smell. We don't know what it is either.
This is supposed to be the office, kind of town hall place. You know, the people that run the city, so to speak. And this fella here's trying to tidy up. We've got not just radiation, we've got biohazards. And what's this over here? Property of Arkham Asylum. Could be anything, possibly drugs. This is the art gallery district. We actually have some artists who have built displays of their stuff in here. It's good for them because it gives them a place to exhibit their creations, and it's good for us because it really livens the place up a bit. This is an Ed 209.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
That's more of the graffiti with the flickering. Now this place here up this alleyway is a recreation of the old penal club. There is a long and detailed history behind this, which I am not going to go into right now. It involves conflicts and broken friendships, then some mended friendships, which was nice, but far too long a story to tell right at the moment. Then you've got another art gallery. We sometimes have little friendly contests with this where we come up with a theme and see who can make the coolest images up. Here's another sound. This is activated by touch.
Welcome to BIM video phone. Calls are charged at $10 per minute. Please insert your card.
So again, very simple. There's your touch script. You just insert the sound, change the name so they match, and it will play the sound on touch. Easy as that. That was a friend and I who had a band back in the day. We still actually do play with each other, but we back in 2006 we were fabulously offended by this smoking ban in Scotland in pubs and restaurants. Not so much out of being pro-smoking, incidentally, it was more just feeling that the government were overstepping the mark when public opinion was kind of against an outright ban. By about 77% of people thought an outright ban was a bad idea when polled, and they went ahead and did it anyway, which kind of think is not necessarily how democracy works, where the government find out the will of the people, then see what they can do to defy it, just because some twat of a first minister wants to write himself into the history books. But interestingly enough, I was contacted by a woman who asked me if she could use the image, and I said I didn't have a problem with it. I felt it would be hypocritical to do otherwise, since I'd been known to, use samples and borrow imagery myself. In fact, she's kind of a remake of a character in a Japanese manga called Tokko. So anyway, this woman actually used her in an anti-smoking campaign. I think because of the stripy tie, that's something you'll see a lot of people at school having to wear in Britain, even to this day. So her campaign was kind of along the lines of this is what will happen to your kids if we don't get smoking under control. Anyway, I said she could use it just because she saw it the opposite way from what I had. I'd seen it as a kind of spirited rebellion, and she'd seen it as a warning. The Japanese writing there says, "Smooth taste, no throat burn," which again, that was pinched from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when Leonardo DiCaprio does the advert at the end. Again, playable pool table and playable darts game, and that was Pia that put these in. This building here, very cyberpunk. There's a wee bunk where you can cap down if you're sad enough to actually put your avatar to bed before you leave second wife. Cannot imagine many people doing that. Now we've got biohazard. This whole place is a biohazard itself, so what was stinking. This is the less fashionable part of town. Vinge Heights, again with the street signs. Werner Vinge is the guy who wrote True Names, and he got the metaverse thing, virtual world thing down so perfectly. I don't think anyone's ever got closer to even managed to capture how people would use metaverses for sexual experiences, and he got it absolutely damn right compared to what people do in Second Life. Public toilet. very stinky. You'd have to be pretty desperate to use this. Got same drill with the collision sounds in the bag there. And I did get that just by stepping in a bin bag. Laundrette, I don't know why, but for some reason Cyberpunk places always have to have a laundrette in them. Oh, there's some radioactive sludge. Just a couple of workers of the night here. So I really love this dirty, smelly, horrible place. Stay home. Area inspection today. Good luck passing. Not sure I would like to hang out in such an area in real life, but in here, my avatar is quite indestructible, so this is just a wee hangout spot. Scandal, Japanese band, they have actually been going for, Christ almighty, 2008, nearly 20 years now. So yeah, the oldest one there, the singer Haruna Ono, is actually going to be pushing 40 right now. That's the symbol from the DEF CON hacker conference. That, let us refresh your memory, that is a project worked on with some guys at university years ago. Kind of went a bit tits up because one of the other guys' brother passed away, and we couldn't really do it the way we wanted to. That's Hot Wind, Yardbirds, Grateful Dead, I Want to Believe. Let me get some cannabis paraphernalia here. Bloodlines Ether, I think that's a roleplay. Never actually taken part in it. There we go. A wee, oh, more wine there. And a bong. And a cryocane freezer. This cryocane, if you attach the cryocane to your avatar, it actually makes your avatar blind drunk, and she will no longer be able to walk in a straight line or see properly. It's quite cool the way they've done it. And this space here is still up for development. We will see what happens with that as time passes. And that is about it for now.